And what's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for the season finale of The Real Housewives of Potomac season 8. And I think this is episode 18. What is going on, you guys? Before we get into anything, let's get into what we got coming up. Okay, now tomorrow night is the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and we will be over on Really BTV's platform on tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that on tomorrow night at 8:15 Eastern Time. We should be talking about Potomac, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably be talking about Summer House. I haven't even finished binge watching the first season yet, so I don't know how we're gonna do that. But yes, just make sure you guys tune in for the Whether You Like It or Not panel tomorrow. And also on Thursday night, the Chasing panel returns. Be sure to tune in right after a brand new episode of Chasing Dallas, which will be premiering on Thursday night for the first time. Make sure you tune in for Jamar, Carl, Scotty, Tramiel, Terrence, and Jeremy to all come together to discuss this brand new season of Chasing Dallas. All right, so make sure you guys tune in to that. All right, so that's pretty much all that we got for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. All right, we're about to go ahead and get into it, y'all. So I see y'all are already up in here, and I must say that this episode was probably the best episode that they've had all season. It's so crazy to me how they wait till the last episode to really give us something to talk about, because this season has been horrible. But at this point, I have a couple of things to say about tonight's episode. For one, I was pissed the hell off at a couple of them. Okay, Ashley pissed me off. Sharice had pissed me off. Giselle pissed me off. A couple of their asses then pissed me off on this episode. But I will say also that the last 15 or 20 minutes of this episode, I feel like is the reason why Mia got the first chair this reunion. That's the reason why she got the first chair. Period. No doubts, no qualms, no nothing. That is the reason. And can't nobody tell me anything differently at all. Okay. Now, now that we got all that stuff out the way, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, first of all, shout out to all of my mods that's up in here. I got so many, but there's so many that's inactive, and unfortunately, some of them got to go. But what the ones that's inactive, the ones I ain't seen in a while. We got CC a Freak, we got Norris, we have Symmetry, we got Catherine, we got some of my mods in the building today. So yeah, so make sure you guys protect the platform, protect the page, make sure don't no trolls get up in here and all that other good stuff. Okay, we don't need none of that today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, let me look at the comments first off, because this one right here did not already tickle me. It says Applehead, Turkey Neck, and the hairstylist pissed me off. And I'm gonna tell you that those three damn people are the ones that piss me off the most. I just want y'all to know that them, if didn't nobody piss me off, them two right there, they pissed me the hell off. Period. I want y'all to know that. Now, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. All right, go ahead and click that subscribe button and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the review, because we already at 4 minutes. So we pick up where we left off from last week, which is the fight with Kiana and Deborah. So from what we do know is that the cameras were down when this fight happened. The mics were still on, but the cameras were definitely down when this fight went down. Now, from what we heard on the hot mics is that Deborah walked her Sesame Street looking ass over there to Candace, confronting her and asking her, do they have anything that they need to discuss and all this other stuff? And Candace said, no, we don't. Get her away from me. Get the help away from me and all this other stuff. So in my opinion, Deborah came over there to create a moment, and she came over there to fight, period. She came over there with Candace because she know that Candace ain't going to do shit. She know that Candace ain't finna fight a fly. She already know that. We know that. She know that. They all know that, okay? Period. So she came over there to do that. Kiana pretty much let her know, we not finna do that. and the fight broke out. Kiana got hit in the head with a glass. So that's the basis of what happened. So once the fight was over with, the cameras went back up again. The cameras, went on back up after the fight happened. And then after all of that, we see Candace and they're trying to pull Candace back because, Candace was like, Candace was going in on Deborah and stuff like that. She was going off on Deborah, cussing her out, all that other stuff, right? So that's when the cameras came back up. So now what we're seeing that Kiana got to go to the doctor. She got to go to the hospital at this point. Like we're trying, everybody is frazzled and dazzled. Everybody trying to figure out what the hell happened, what the hell is going on, why did this even happen? And what really bothers me is the fact that no matter what Candace said out of her fucking mouth, it did not warrant Kiana coming over. Not Kiana. It didn't warrant Miss Sesame Street to come over there and say a motherfucking word to nobody. Okay. Now everybody's walking around frantic, and they were saying that they were surprised to see Candace pick up a bottle, and all this other stuff. Why wouldn't she pick up a bottle? This motherfucker was coming at her like a damn wild banshee. Candace ain't got her ass beat before. So she probably got PTSD from the damn ass whooping, picked up that bottle. She said, ain't now another mother finna put their hands on me. Ain't nobody else finna do none of that disgusting ass shit to me. I'm not finna get my head banged on another table. I'm not finna do none of that on national TV. I'm finna be ready for a mother. That's what Candace said. Candace said she finna be ready for a mother, and that's just what happened. So what we not gonna do is sit up here and act like she was wrong for picking up a damn bottle. She had every right to do that. When somebody approaching you in a rabid dog ass way, you got to be prepared. Okay. And she was prepared. Deborah came over there to fight her, period. And the person, but what really sucks about it is because Deborah threw a drink on Candace first, and that's why Candace picked up the bottle to begin with. So my thing is that Candace did not do anything wrong in this situation. There is nothing for Candace to take accountability for in this situation. The person that needs to take accountability for the situation is Deborah, because she brought her ugly ass over there starting shit. She went over there and started that. So if anybody needs to apologize to anybody, if anybody needs to take accountability for anything, it's her, Deborah. Deborah shouldn't even been there. And I get it. Deborah is Ashley's friend, and it's Ashley's event. So of course, Ashley invited her. Okay, but you know the history, and you know that girl was fucking with Candace and was starting with Candace's marriage all last season. You already know that. You know half these motherfuckers don't even with her like that. So why you even got her there? I know that show event or whatever, but you know that Deborah is thirsty and she need a damn Dr. Pepper or something. You already know that. You know she's gonna do whatever she can to get some camera time. You know that. So why would you even have her around Candace? Oh, because you know that she gonna get some shit going. And you know the season was boring as a mother, so you needed something to set it off. You just didn't expect nobody to get hit up in the head with a damn bottle. That's all the hell that was. You got more than what you bargained for, in my opinion. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think. Period. Okay. Like, if has anybody ever been in a fight before? Like, has anybody been in a fight before? Like, you should know that when somebody's approaching you and you know you can't fight, you better pick up the first thing you fucking see. Okay, I don't give a fuck if it's a cup of hot ass water. I don't care if it's a bottle. I don't care if it's an AirPod. I don't care if it's a bottle of pills. I don't care if it's a back scratcher. You use that shit to keep them away from your ass. That's what you're supposed to do. So I don't know what they thought, but I really hate that Kiana was the one that got hit. She was collateral in this whole situation because the victim was supposed to be Candace, but it wound up being Kiana. But if you saw that fight on the internet, you do know that Kiana was whooping some ass. Even though the friend got involved in the whole thing, Kiana was whooping ass in this situation. We already know that. So she ain't lose a damn thing, you know. Oh my God. So yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Mm. But anyway, that's what happened. And on top of that, the only another thing that I will say is that nobody helped Kiana in this whole thing. No one tried to help her. No one tried to, stop anybody from putting in my opinion, nobody came to her defense. Nobody helped her out. She was just left out there fighting other people's battles. That's how it came across to me. That's how it came across. So yeah, but she was ride or die though. I can't give you that. That's one thing I can say. She pretty and she can fight. That's all I know. Okay, so the next thing is it's 2 days after the event, and they're all coming together for them damn pictures that they took pretending to be certain celebs or whatnot, right? So Ashley says that ever since the fight has happened, she has decided to put a pause on her relationship with Deborah. My thing is, okay, put a pause on it. But why are you putting the pause on it now? Because you already know that they finna hold you accountable for having her ass around. Is that why you putting her on pause? Because you already know what type of time she be on anyway. You already know that. So why are you sitting up here doing it now? I think you're doing it. I don't really believe Ashley put a pause on shit, honestly. I think that she only saying that she put it on pause just because she gonna, just to make it seem like she doing the right thing. She probably called that girl after that scene and said, "Girl, I told him that I put you on pause and shit, but I'm lying. I ain't gonna never put you on pause, girl. You already know that." That's what I believe. I don't believe she really put that damn girl on pause. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And can't nobody tell me that she did. So yeah. So then, Giselle comes in. Giselle updates Karen on her father's condition and stuff like that. And she's basically saying that she's about to head back out in the next 2 days to go see her father. So although I don't like Giselle, um, not that not even though I don't like Giselle, I still feel bad for her in this whole situation. I really do. I do feel bad for her because that is her dad at the end of the day. So, it's crazy, But what I did notice is that Karen came, somebody just said it. What I did notice is that Karen came in with security, and she knew to come in with security because she didn't want nothing else to be going down. Sharice explained what happened. She was telling them what happened because she was there. And then Giselle says that the fight has left a stain on GNA. First of all, Giselle, I don't really believe that you gotta worry about any stain being on GNA, considering that no one was gonna buy that shit any fucking way. So I don't really believe that anything. I mean, I don't think that we should be worried about GNA being fucked up. We definitely shouldn't be worried about that at all. We don't need to be worried about it at all, due to the fact that no one was gonna buy it. No one cares. The shit was ugly, and they're probably gonna sell it at dirt cheap somewhere. Cause at some store there ain't nobody shopping it. Cause that shit was ugly and no one wants it. So you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it at all. Whatever shit stain you felt like it left on there, it didn't do nothing. Trust me. Um, Ashley then starts saying that Deborah said that she heard Candace and Wendy talking about her. They was calling her the help. They was calling her a rodent. They was calling her all types of names. So therefore, that is the reason why she was so upset. So here you go. Here y'all go, trying to put this all on Candace and Wendy. And that's the thing that really annoyed me with this whole thing. How the fuck you gonna blame Candace and Wendy for this Sesame Street character's actions? I won't give a damn what they said about me. I really would not care. Due to the fact that if you didn't say it to my face, you didn't say it at all. You already know Candace ain't finna fight you. Wendy might, but Candace ain't finna fight you. You already know that. So what is the point of you even coming over there to address any fucking thing anyway? And if she was talking about you, she had every right to talk about you, considering the fact that you lied on her damn husband all last season and put him in a fucked up ass position, and went around and carried on with this whole narrative that he was a sneaky link, and slide up in people's inboxes and smiling in your face, and even said the same thing about Eddie. Like, both of them had every right to talk about your ugly ass if they wanted to. I'm just being honest. So the fact that they're trying to blame Candace and Wendy for this whole shebang is a mess. Didn't nobody go over there and say nothing to Deborah. Deborah brought her ass over there saying something to them. You the same one lying on people's husbands, but yeah, you want somebody to feel bad for you. You want somebody to be on your side. We're not on your side. We wasn't on your side last season when you made up those lies, and we're not on your side this season because you came over there, started a fight, and got your ass whooped and got a bounce check that you couldn't cash. I'm just saying. So then Giselle's so-called hairstylist, the one that keeps her looking like a fucking clown every time she gets on this damn show, him, he gonna say, if Candace is gonna say all this stuff that she's saying, then she needs to be ready for the consequences. She needs to be ready. She needs to be ready for what's gonna come after that. What the fuck are you talking about? What did she say to Deborah? Did Deborah really hear her say anything about her? Because when Deborah came to that fucking party, Deborah was not dressed for no damn fashion show. She was dressed up like she was going to a damn boxing ring. She had every intention on coming on there to start shit with Candace. She had every intention on whooping Candace's ass when she saw her. So let's be real. You had an agenda from the very beginning. You knew what the fuck you was doing. You knew what you were doing. It's ridiculous, and it's so funny how the line keeps moving when it involves certain people. The line just keep on moving. The line keeps moving. 1 minute, we should be able to fight with our words, but in the next minute, it's she should watch what she say if she don't want to deal with the consequences. But when it was Monique, y'all didn't have that energy. Y'all are only against violence when it's dealing with people that y'all like or don't like. Like, y'all liked Candace at that time, I guess. So y'all was against violence. But when Mia threw a drink at Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't against violence. Y'all didn't give a fuck. And now Candace threw a drink at Candace. No, no, no. Deborah threw a drink at Candace. And now y'all blaming Candace for what she did, for what Deborah decided to do. It's not Candace's fault that that fight broke out. It's just not. And arrives. Robin says that she didn't know what happened because she stepped out. Karen says that she didn't like Robin's picture. I didn't like it either. So then Candace's sister Crystal lets Ashley know what it was. She said, listen, your friend came over there for a moment. Your friend came over there to start trouble. And I'm not going to sit here and watch my sister be attacked for a second time. And I was like, you better say that. You better do that. You better let her know that you not gonna allow your sister get attacked by nobody else. Because this did kind of come across like a damn setup, honestly. Candace says that she knows that she gonna be blamed for this whole situation. And you were absolutely right. Before you showed up, they were blaming you and your friend Wendy for this situation. Wendy walked in and she said that she's not okay about what happened 2 nights before they, showed up at this thing, as she's referring to the incident at hand. Karen says that Deborah should be mad at nobody but herself because she came in looking for trouble. Wendy said, I'm gonna wait till Ashley gets a little comfortable, but I got questions for Ashley. Right. Sharice tells Candace that she's better than that. She's a better person than that. She's talented. She should not be out there fighting. And she got a boot on her leg and shit like that. Sharice, shut the fuck up. Like, you just want to make this about you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I just can't. I just can't. It is what it is. Like what the fuck? Like, are you serious? So then Ashley says that it wasn't a good look for Candace to have a bottle in her hand. Why wasn't it a good look for her to have a bottle in her hand? So it wasn't a good look for her to have a bottle in her hand, but it was okay for your friend to approach her and throw a drink in her face. It is not okay for Candace to have a bottle in her hand, but it's okay for your friend to try to bomb rush and try to attack her. That's okay, but it's not right for Candace to have a bottle in her hand. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Again, Candace cannot fight. So of course she's gonna pick up a fucking bottle. That's what she's supposed to do. That's weird. And that's the part that really annoyed me the most. So then let me see. Ashley starts to get questioned. Wendy calls Deborah out. She says she came over there to start with Candace. Candace had not said anything to Deborah. Deborah came and approached her. Candace had clearly asked for the people to get rid of Deborah, get her away from her. She definitely told her that, told them people that, and she still came over there to start stuff. Kiana was trying to, when she threw the drink, she was trying to get, Kiana was trying to shoo her away, but she threw a drink and it hit Kiana, and that's when Kiana went off on her. Like Kiana decided to whoop her ass. Like that's what happened. And then Ashley was trying to make it seem like Candace's mouth was the problem. Like she started saying Candace had called, Deborah this, she called Deborah that. And to me, it just feels like if you're not going to be able to, like for some people, you go way too low for some people. You go way too low. And I just feel like it's not going to work with everybody. I feel like it's not going to work with everybody. Um, so, but why are you constantly making that a thing? Why are you still trying to make it about Candace and her mouth? Candace's mouth did not do anything to harm Deborah. Deborah came over there to start shit. What is it? Deborah knows she ugly. That's why she got mad. If Candace really said those things about her, she knows she fucking ugly. That's why she looking for attention. The fuck? Mm-mm. You're not about to sit up here and play with me. That's what you're not finna do. You're not finna sit up here and do that. Like like your friend started it. You really gonna try to move the goalposts and make it seem like it was all Candace. It was not. It was not. Candace didn't even do nothing. Shit, are you serious? I don't. If you're talking about Deborah's mental health is probably affected by people calling her ugly, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I don't. I don't care. Deborah was living for being called a Sesame Street character. She went up for making multiple IG posts about it. She was. Ashley knew what she was doing when she invited Elmo. Exactly. I don't give now one fuck about about Deborah's mental health because she didn't give a damn about how Chris felt when she was sitting up there lying on him. That's what she didn't care about. So why should I care about anything that she got going on? Because I definitely don't. Okay, let me check my DMs on the laptop. Okay. So, oh, you said you talking about Candace's mental health. I was about to say. Um, so somebody just sent me a DM. Let's see here. So it says, what it say? It says that the real Candace, be sure to keep this same energy when you see me in person, which will be soon. Okay, which will be soon. You and C Bassett 33, both wish y'all could eat this Cookie Monster. God is served realness. Whatever she said. Hashtag breakfast is served. No, what got served was you when Kiana beat your ass. That's what got served. Okay. And that's on period. That's what happened. NECA says that she doesn't think that Ashley is wrong. She feels like Deborah is. Karen says that no one should be okay with attacking anybody in this circle. You should not bring anybody in this group that's gonna feel like it's on point for them to try to attack them. I understand that. So and Mia says Mia even called out Deborah for doubling down on what she did the very next day on Instagram. Because she did do that. Wendy was speaking about moving forward, and while she was talking about moving forward, Giselle didn't have nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had nothing to say. She didn't agree to it. She was just sitting there looking like the not on the log that she is. Um, Giselle didn't thank mostly everyone for checking in on her, and they all, toast. So then after this party is over, we get into the last part of the show. And that is when Eddie was saying in the confessional that Gordon had tea on Mia. Okay, like he was sending a message to all the husbands in the group, and he was saying that he had some tea for the women on the show about Mia. Okay. So then it goes back to like Mia saying, Gordon saying that Mia was, messing around on him with some, radio personality. She was doing this, she was doing that. And it was a whole lot of scandalous stuff that he was telling them. So me and Gordon, they were going back and forth in the kitchen about, coverage for the kids. He said, well, the only reason why I'm here is because you said you had some business to attend to and you needed somebody to watch the kids. That's the only reason why I'm here. So then Gordon was like, Mia was having an affair long before they even got married. Like he knew that she was having this damn affair. It's been going on for many, many years now. And he knew that she was fucking that dude before they even walked down the aisle. And I was just like, not before they walked down the aisle. What the fuck? Then what really got me is when he said that the little boy Jeremiah knew about it because he called her out on it. Then she said that Ink was her high school sweetheart. That's what she said. Now Ink was a high school sweetheart. Then Gordon calls out Mia for trying to replace him with Ink, saying that Ink is her soulmate and Ink may be Jeremiah's father. Bitch. This is the reason why. This is the reason why she got the first seat right there. Because they know that her storyline is going to be scandalous as hell next season. Why was this a good ass episode? Why could we not get a good ass episode like this all season? We have sat here and we have struggled to watch this damn show all season. My Potomac reviews are normally my highest rated, one of my highest rated reviews, and y'all have barely watched them. Even my Married to Medicine reviews have been giving me more viewership than Potomac. Okay, like, and that's saying a lot. Okay, so it's crazy that Mia is the one that's about to turn this motherfucker out. She the one that's finna turn it out, honey. She's finna turn it out. But what I am gonna say though is this right here, honey. I got a couple of things to say before we get up out of here. Because the plan was to have this video be 40 to 45 minutes long, not too long, but 40 to 45 minutes long. But I just got some things that I want to say. My problem with this show is that they don't want nobody to call out colorism. A lot of the fans don't, okay? Because for whatever reason, some of y'all on Twitter, y'all sit up here and y'all want to pretend like there's no colorism going on when y'all see it right before your very eyes. Giselle and her sour cream neck wasn't even there, and she still tried to point the finger at Candace and Wendy, and she was not there. She left. Automatically assume that they're the problem. Sharice, her drunk mama wig, and that damn cast on her leg wanted to make this whole damn thing about her. She want to be on this show so fucking bad, and I don't understand why producers keep shoving her ass down, keep shoving Droopy down our throat. We don't want her. We don't need her. And I know that a lot of y'all that don't like Karen love to try to throw Sharice up and throw Sharice in in the Ladom's faces and stuff. Sharice is the real grand dame of Potomac. Why she don't look like it? Every time we see her in the scene, she look like she just rolled out the bed and threw some clothes on and showed up the film. That's what it looks like to me. Okay? She wanted to make that about herself. Mia, you was in a physical altercation last year and didn't take no accountability. So I do think that is real funny that you're trying to make Deborah be held accountable. But I get it. Maybe you grown. I don't know. But I just find it to be funny that you trying to hold somebody else accountable when you wasn't held accountable at all on the last season when you did what you did to Wendy, because didn't nobody give a fuck and you didn't really apologize. And if you did apologize, I forgot about it and you didn't mean shit. But okay, I guess I can give you a point for standing up for what's right, but I see you. I see you. Candace and Wendy, I just want to let you all know, and I know that a lot of y'all that watch us, y'all be sending shit to Candace and Wendy. I've been trying to, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I've been trying to get them on this show since last season. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna be able to do that because I need that Candace interview and I need that Wendy interview, and I'll be set for the rest of the year. I need that interview. I want that interview. I need it. I gotta figure out a way to get her and Wendy on my show. But Candace and Wendy, I just want y'all to know that y'all are never going to win. No matter what y'all do, y'all are never going to win. They're going to always find any reason. They're going to always find any reason to make it your fault. Even when you were the one that was attacked, it's still going to be your fault. And that got to be a fucked up way to be and a fucked up way to feel, but that's what they do. Anything will always be your damn fault. And I really feel bad for y'all. But they're going to always blame stuff on you. No matter what. It's your mouth. You condescending. You say this, you say that. That's what they're going to say. They're going to always make it your fault. They're going to always say that it's you. When it ain't you. It wasn't Candace and it wasn't Candace nor Wendy. I just thought that it was very disgusting that they would sit up here and blame Candace and Wendy for this whole thing. And the fact that Cal want to sit up here and say that if Candace is going to say all that stuff that she's saying out of her mouth, then she need to be prepared for the consequences. If you want to keep putting them fucked up ass wigs on Giselle's head, then you need to be ready for the consequences of her getting dragged every damn week for having fucked up wigs on. Now, if anybody need to take accountability for something, it's you. Take accountability for them fucked up wigs you put on your friend's head. Take accountability for it. Take accountability for them fucked up wigs you put on Giselle's head. Take accountability for that. Since you want to say folks need to get ready for the consequences, the same way Giselle's stylist gets dragged every damn week, you need to get dragged for putting that bullshit on her head. Knowing that she finna film a scene. The fuck out my face. And Giselle must like to look like a clown. Because if that was me, you would have been got fired a long time ago. Fuck out my face. What do you make her wigs out of? Broomsticks? The fuck? Ashley, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you sit here and really try to you tried so hard to spin this and make this be Candace's fault, like you really did. And I just thought that it was pathetic. I thought it was pathetic. You was trying your hardest to make this girl's fault, and it wasn't even her fault. I don't give a fuck what Deborah said she said. Did anybody walk up on her in a threatening way? Did anybody attempt to fight her? The last time I checked, Candace was walking the fuck away, telling people to get her away from her. She wanted to fight. So at the end of the day, she needs to sit her ass the fuck down and realize that. Like, then say you care about Candace. You don't care about Candace. You don't give a fuck about that girl, because if you did, you wouldn't be doing the bullshit that you're doing. Trying to blame your friend's actions on her. Weird as weird. I mean, if I don't know what the hell weird is, that's fucking weird. Like, that is weird. Like, how can you sit there and really try to blame that girl for anything? First, it was her mouth. Then it's not a good look for her to have a bottle in her hand. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense to me. Is that the reason why after the reunion you got in your car and you made that video? Did the producers hold you accountable for bringing your cartoon looking ass friend around, creating drama? Is that why? Because you need to go. You ain't bringing shit. You ain't doing shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Remember that Busta Rhymes song? Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Get out. Or New York. Get her out of here. Like, we're still wondering why the fuck you still here. You should have been gone after season 5. You don't bring nothing to the table. Michael can't even film with you. Bye. Get out of here, honey. Okay? Get out. We don't need you. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you. Get the fuck on. Period. Okay? What else? Mia, you have secured your check. You've secured your spot. You've secured your flute. You've secured everything. G is a willing participant. So is that man you're with. Your storyline is probably going to be the biggest one. And you just showed Robin Dixon how it's supposed to be done. And what I mean by that is Robin had the biggest story potential of this whole season. And you know what the fuck she did? She squandered it. She spent her time not engaging with Wendy. She spent her time not engaging with Candace. She spent her time not even discussing one like that. She did the first beginning. I just knew you was gonna get the first chair for once. But Mia got it. So at this point, it's kind of like, So the future of the show, what are they gonna do? There's a couple of people that need to go. Ashley for one, Robin for another one. If anything, Robin and Ashley need to get the fuck out of here. They don't bring anything. They need to go. Let me see what I just got in my DMs. And you want to know? You want to know what else? We already said that Ashley needs to be fired, right? We already said that, and we're gonna keep saying it till the cows come home. Gonna say it till the cows come home. But this is another. Damn, I can't pull it up on my laptop. Shit, the message that I got from my DMs. I can't put it on my laptop. Damn, it was a good little photo too. I can't pull it up. But yeah, they need to go. Nneka need to go too. I forgot she was even here. That goes to show you how much Nneka brought to the show, which was nothing. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, honey. All right, so that is on period. Nneka don't need to come back. It was no reason for her to be here anyway. But I think that's everybody. Karen, we're dragging you, driving around with bottles of liquor in your car with alcohol on your breath and all of that all that bad stuff. You finna get dragged the whole season. Them girls is coming for you. Just know that. They not gonna let you make it. They're gonna drag you till the sun comes up. I'm telling you, they are. You already know that. They're going to drag you, honey. They're going to give you the business all season. And you know that. All season. You already know. But you brought that on yourself though, Karen. It's probably gonna be the only time I'm not gonna be on your side, honestly, with this DUI shit. Because you put too many people in danger with that. When it comes to this reunion trailer, it was awful. It's very underwhelming. I'm not pressed to see it. I'm just being honest. I ain't really pressed to see it. It's not giving. It's not giving. This show is about to turn into Love and Marriage Transville, where they're gonna force these people to get along when they hate each other. And that's when that's when it gets bad, And honestly, you can tell that this episode was good because of my numbers. I got damn near 400 people in this live. That's how many people used to have in my lives when this show was actually pretty good. I used to have at least 400 to 600 folks in my live every Sunday night when the shit was good. Okay. So it goes to show you that this is off the runway. Now this here is off the runway. Okay. Let me see. Late coming in, but I am loving your commentary. Thank you, honey, and thank you for the super chat. No, keep Nneka with Rob and Ash. She will get you. Nneka can go. Nneka don't bring nothing. I don't know why you want her to stay. Like I said, I totally forgot she was even in this episode, honey. I really did. Like, I totally forgot that she was even here. I am really surprised that Mia got her kids around that other man's shit. I ain't surprised. You surprised by that? I ain't surprised at all. I ain't surprised. But y'all, listen. Um, when it comes down to this season overall, you want to know what I give this grade? I give this season a 2 out of 10. A 2. Everything about it was terrible. It was nothing really good to come about this season. The Austin trip was horrible. The DR trip was it was alright. You barely had any personal story here. Robin had the best storyline potential and she squandered it with bullshit. Giselle had potential with her children, with her daughter going off to college. She had that going on. We didn't see much of what Candace was doing. We didn't really see much of what Wendy was doing. We'll see things here and there. We saw more of Mia than anything. NECA was just there. That whole damn NECA and Wendy shit took over the whole damn show, which was very disturbing as is. So it's just like, girl, I don't know, but that's all I really got, y'all. And I actually gave y'all more time than what I thought I was gonna give because I just knew it was gonna be between 30 to 45 minutes, but we're about to go into the 50-minute mark, honey. Okay. Let me look at some of the comments before we get up out of here. Even Andy agreed that the season was lackluster. It was. What happened to Giselle's boyfriend for the first? Thank you. Whatever happened? Yeah, this season was trash. Right. Tomorrow is going to be fired with all of y'all on the panel. Absolutely. I already know. I'm ready too. This season was a F minus. Lost interest after episode 1. Only you content creators kept me entertained. Thank you. But y'all know the sad part, Warren still didn't come to the reunion. He ain't got no job. Exactly. The Green Eye Bandits and their minions spent an entire season to the detriment of the show, trying to push Wendy and Candace off the show. Absolutely. Trashly Darby needs to be bumped out the next season since she doesn't separate her ghetto friends from the cast. Miss Muppet can't handle it. That's on Trashly, okay? I hope they put their foot on Ashley's neck for what was obviously a setup. They probably won't, though. The only ones that will, I don't think so. I don't think they will. But why is Busy FaceTiming me? I'm clearly on live. Why is Busy FaceTiming me? Why is Busy FaceTiming me? Why would he be FaceTiming me while we're live? But yeah, that's about it though. Um Somebody said Robin's storyline was a flop, just like oh my goodness. But anyways, you guys, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. But before we do, what Busy saying them text messages? But before we do, let me let you guys know something. Now, Bando has a new single coming out on April the 1st, April Fool's Day, and it is a remix to his original song, to his original single, Nasty. His very first single, Nasty, is the remix. It features Tay G, Alonda, and Hood Hoes. And Hood Hoes is Carl, our very own Carl from the Chasing Panel, and shut the fuck up. And Tell It. So make sure you guys support his new song. It'll be out on April the 1st. Make sure you guys purchase it and doing all of that. All right. So with that being said, we're about to go ahead and get up out of here. So this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my TikTok, my Twitter, and my Instagram will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here. And until my next video, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.